most of us have probably wondered if we are really alone in the universe. The idea that we might find extraterrestrial life has fascinated humanity for centuries. With so many technological advances, the possibility of discovering life forms beyond Earth seems closer than ever. First, let's talk about Mars. Mars, the red planet, has been a target of interest for a long time. Currently, a robot called Perseverance is exploring an ancient river delta on Mars. It is drilling the soil to collect samples, hoping to find evidence that life once existed there. And if we find Martian microbes? Only time will tell. Mars isn't the only one that piques our curiosity. Europa, a moon orbiting Jupiter, is also a strong candidate for hosting life. Europa is an ice-covered moon, about the size of our moon, but with an incredible difference. Beneath its icy surface, there is a massive ocean of salt water. And we're not talking about a little water. In fact, Europa has 3 times more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. To make it even clearer, think of it this way. Imagine you have a big swimming pool in your backyard. Now imagine that beneath a layer of ice, this pool is gigantic, with 3 times more water than all the seas and oceans on Earth combined. That's the size of Europa's ocean. And the big question is, are there fish or other forms of life swimming in that icy ocean? The Fermi paradox is a question that many scientists ponder. If there are so many planets in the universe that could host life, why haven't we found any proof of aliens yet? Let's imagine a big city full of buildings. Each building is like a planet, and we live in one of these buildings. If there are so many buildings around us, wouldn't it be logical to expect that some of them also have people? In our galaxy, the Milky Way, there could be up to 20 billion Earth-like planets. For example, think of a very large neighborhood with many houses. You would know there are people living there if you saw lights on, heard noises, or saw people coming and going. But if everything were silent and dark, you would start to wonder, where is everyone? That's the Fermi paradox in simple terms. The Great Filter theory is like an invisible barrier that prevents civilizations from advancing beyond a certain point, causing them to disappear. Imagine that the history of a civilization is like an obstacle course. Each obstacle represents a challenge that the civilization must overcome to keep advancing. For example, a civilization might need to discover agriculture, then develop advanced technologies, and so on. The Great Filter theory suggests that at some point in this race, there is an obstacle so difficult that almost all civilizations fail to overcome it and end up disappearing. Now, think of it this way. What if the Great Filter is still ahead of us? This means there could be a gigantic challenge that humanity has yet to encounter, and it could be so difficult to overcome that it could lead to our extinction. It sounds like something out of a movie, but many scientists believe this is a real and serious possibility. They wonder if we are about to face this insurmountable challenge and what we can do to prepare. Imagine you are in a dark forest at night. You know you're not alone. There are other people there too. But you can't see anyone, and they can't see you. Everyone is afraid of being found because anyone discovered could be attacked. So, what's the best thing to do? Stay very quiet and hidden so no one finds you. If you make noise or turn on a flashlight, you could attract the attention of someone dangerous. The dark forest theory says that the universe might be like this. Alien civilizations, if they exist, stay quiet and hidden because they fear being discovered and destroyed by more advanced and aggressive civilizations. That's why we don't see signs of alien life. Everyone is playing a big cosmic game of hide and seek. But maybe life is much more common than we imagine. Finding simple forms of life, like microbes, might be easier than discovering advanced civilizations. I wouldn't be surprised if we found microbes on Mars or Europa. After all, these organisms are incredibly resilient and can survive in extreme conditions. In 1977, it picked up a very strong sound from a specific area of the sky, in the constellation Sagittarius. This sound was so unusual that astronomer Jerry Ehman, who was looking at the data, was so surprised that he wrote "Wow" next to the annotation. This sound became known as the wow signal because, to this day, no one knows exactly what caused it. Could it have been a message from extraterrestrials? Maybe. Or it might have been just a random sound from space. The truth is, it remains a mystery and makes scientists and UFO enthusiasts very curious. The Breakthrough Listen initiative is using artificial intelligence to help scientists search for patterns in the data that might indicate the presence of intelligent life. Recently, a student at the University of Toronto developed an algorithm that detected 8 very suspicious radio signals. This opens up a new horizon of possibilities. Who knows, we might be on the verge of finding a message from another civilization. Indeed, the search for extraterrestrial life is a real challenge. The universe is vast and full of noise, from the hum of stars to the crackling of black holes. Separating possible alien signals from all this noise is like looking for a needle in a cosmic haystack. But artificial intelligence is helping us decipher these mysteries. And what if we are not alone? What if there is another civilization trying to contact us, but we are just not paying attention? The wow signal might have been an attempt at communication. Are there more signals waiting to be discovered? Technology is advancing, and with it, our ability to detect extraterrestrial life. But let's go back in time a bit. Did you know that scientists believe it took about 4 billion years for life on Earth to evolve from simple cells to complex civilizations like ours? That's 1/3 of the age of the universe. This shows how incredibly lucky we are to be here. Life is a slow process, full of challenges. Are there other planets that have managed to maintain an uninterrupted chain of life for so long? Astronomers call the absence of alien signals the Great Silence. And many questions arise, such as, with so many planets out there, where is everyone? Are we looking in the wrong places? Or maybe alien civilizations are avoiding contact on purpose? What if life on Earth isn't a coincidence? Some scientists suggest that life may have started on Mars and traveled to Earth on meteorites. This is known as panspermia. If true, then we would all be, in a way, Martians. And there's more. Scientists are researching the possibility of finding life in other places in our solar system. For example, on Saturn's moons, Titan and Enceladus. Just imagine, Titan is a moon that has lakes of liquid methane on its surface. Methane is a gas that we also find here on Earth, but on Titan it is in liquid form because of the super cold temperatures. Now, Enceladus is even more interesting. This moon has geysers that spout hot water from the ocean beneath its frozen surface. Think of the geysers in Yellowstone National Park, but in space. These geysers indicate there might be a warm and wet environment where life could potentially exist. Recently, scientists discovered a gas called phosphine in the atmosphere of Venus, Earth's neighboring planet. Here on Earth, this gas is usually produced by living organisms like bacteria. So, the discovery of phosphine on Venus made scientists think, could there be some form of life in Venus's clouds? These clouds are very different from ours. They are acidic and quite inhospitable. But this discovery opened up an exciting new possibility about the existence of life beyond Earth. To make it easier, it's like finding a type of footprint in a forest where you never expected to find life. This doesn't prove there is life there, but it makes you think and investigate more to discover what's really happening. Let's imagine that space is like a vast ocean, and the stars are like islands scattered across this ocean. Just as some islands have beautiful beaches and fresh water, others might be full of rocks or completely deserted. The planets orbiting these stars are like small patches of land around these islands. The Kepler telescope is like a super binocular we use to search for these planets around the stars. Since it started working, we've found thousands of these patches of land around other islands, stars. Some of these planets are in the habitable zone, which is like an area with pleasant climate and good resources. It's a place where there might be liquid water, which is super important because, as far as we know, water is essential for life. It's like finding an island with a beautiful freshwater lagoon. a great place for some kind of life to emerge. The truth is, the more we discover about the universe, the more questions arise. In the end, the search for extraterrestrial life isn't just about finding aliens. It's about better understanding our place in the universe, appreciating life in all its forms, and recognizing our responsibility to take care of our planet, the only home we know. And if you liked this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave in the comments what topics you'd like to see here.